I'm Tom. On the weekend just gone, we saw the best boxing card in history. In my opinion, the best card in history, but it didn't quite live up to expectations. Both of those things can be true. Best card in history, yes. Live up to expectations, perhaps not. It wasn't overhyped, perhaps not quite the expectations. But one person that did blow away all expectations was Joseph Parker. Coming in there, the second round knockout victory to Martin Bakole, the boogeyman of the division, is incredible. Now, you can spin it how you like and play Monday night quarterback and say Bakole should have never been in there. But the fact of the matter is, most people were saying that that fight was still a huge fight, that only on Riyadh season would you see someone pull out with 2 days to go and get perhaps a better fight. Most people were saying that. Most people were hyped and over the moon with it. A few people picking Bakole to beat Parker. Parker goes in there and blows him out the water. And I said he's perhaps too heavy. And he looked perhaps the best he's ever looked. Okay, that's a hyperbole. He didn't, but I wouldn't say he was too heavy. Still looked pretty quick, pretty fleet-footed. I think the wrong game plan for Bakole, but he got the job done. And I do think he perhaps a little bit too heavy, but he got the job done. Joseph Parker now undeniably deserves a title shot. All I thought after that performance wasn't Bakole was overrated or overhyped, which I think he was. Wasn't I feel bad for Bakole for not having the training camps and things like that, which I do. And it wasn't Parker's the best heavyweight. It was two things. Number one, imagine if that was Dubois in there. Dubois versus Parker, we should have seen. That, what a fight that would have been. And I wish we got to see it. And I would love to see it. And the other thing, number two, Parker most definitely deserves a title shot. He is now the next heavyweight that should be getting a title shot. Whilst it looks like Dubois and Usyk are going to fight, it should be Parker. Parker is the most worthy contender of Alexander Usyk right now. He absolutely is. And it should be him next with Dubois fighting whoever, Kabayel, someone like that. With that winner then facing Usyk after. But Parker most definitely deserves a title shot now. And I would love to see Parker versus Dubois or Parker versus Usyk. Now he's put on size. Look, I think Usyk beats him, but now he's put on size. How will that fare against someone like Usyk, another big heavyweight, but who can also box, who's also pretty quick, clearly has a bit of power behind him, quite, fleet-footed, and he's a boxer and mover. How would that fare? Do you know what I mean? Dubois, I think Parker's style is all wrong for Daniel Dubois. And I think, look, it looks bad for Dubois. When Parker goes in there and does that, and Dubois pulls out second, we don't even know what he's got. No one's heard from him. It looks a bit like Dubois was ducking Parker. Do I think Dubois was ducking Parker? No. Do I think his team were ducking Parker? Quite possibly. I think Dubois would genuinely fight anyone. I think Dubois would go in there and fight Parker. I don't have much doubt about that. But I don't think his team let him. I think his team perhaps used this card as an opportunity to get his name out there, to get his name in and amongst the crowd. And look, Daniel Dubois is co-maining on the best card, biggest card in history. Daniel Dubois is now a big name. And he is, right? He's a champion, heavyweight champion of the world. But I think that then suddenly becomes huge publicity right up until 2 days before when he pulls out. And then suddenly his name's headlining again. Daniel Dubois pulls out of the biggest card in history 2 days before. Who's going to replace him? And all of this. What now for Dubois? All this uncertainty for Dubois. And I don't necessarily think it was as sinister as that, but it looks a bit suspicious. I think his team might have been behind something here. That's all I'm saying. And when you see Parker perform like that, I don't really blame them. Because Parker is clearly their man. Parker's the boogeyman in the division. You know what I mean? If I'm Dubois, I'm going nowhere near him. If I'm Usyk, I'm staying away from him. So Usyk should hunt Dubois for the undisputed. Absolutely. Get another undisputed. Suddenly you're two-time undisputed and you're the first undisputed in 20 years. Absolutely, 25 years. Go for it. Go for it, would be my advice to Usyk. And I see why. Dubois, I'd stay away from that. I picked Parker to beat Dubois initially. And now I think after that, a lot of people will be picking Dubois to beat I picked Parker to beat Dubois initially, and now I think after that, a lot of people will be picking Dubois to lose to Parker. I think a lot of people will be picking Parker to beat Dubois after that performance. And I will stand with my initial decision, my initial ruling, my initial prediction, Parker beats Dubois. And after that, they will steer clear of Dubois. Parker will steer clear. They will steer clear. Dubois will steer clear of Parker. A lot of talking today. I'm falling over my words. Do apologise. But yeah, I don't think Parker's getting that shot against Dubois. And I would love to see it. I would love to see Parker Dubois. People, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What next for Parker? Quite simple. If I'm Parker, I sit it out. I let Usyk fight Dubois. And I fight the winner. I call for the winner. And I also, by the way, push the WBO to make me mandatory. Like now. No step asides. I fight Usyk now. I am more deserving than Dubois. I fight Usyk now. And if Usyk wants to drop the belt and relinquish it, he can do that. That's what I'm doing from Parker. If not, I'm stepping out and I'm letting him fight Dubois. If that fight happens late in the year, because Dubois is really ill or whatever, then you keep busy. And I don't think he keeps busy with, you know, a small name. I think he's busy with an AJ. Keeps busy with a Caballero. Keeps busy with a big name, not a small name. But activity is key for Parker. It always has been. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I look forward to reading it. If you leave a like, subscribe on how YouTube works, people. Peace.